The blood. The blood is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of liquid plasma and cells. The plasma makes up 55% of the total volume and 45% of cells are formed elements. The total blood volume in human female is about 4 to 5 liters and 5 to 6 liters in males. Plasma. The blood plasma is slightly alkaline fluid. It is tricolored. Composition of plasma. Components. Function. Water is a solvent and suspending medium for blood components. Plasma protein albumin, globulin, fibrinogen, osmotic pressure, antibody formation, blood clotting. Ions NaK, Ca, Mg, Cl2, Fe, PO4, H and HCO3, osmosis, acid-base balance, buffer, etc. Four nutrients: glucose, amino acids, triglycerides, cholesterol, vitamins. Source of energy, building blocks, enzyme activity. Water products: urea, uric acid, creatinine, ammonia, bilirubin, lactic acid. Excreted by kidneys, breakdown product of erythrocytes, product of anaerobic respiration. Gases: oxygen for aerobic respiration, carbon dioxide waste product of respiration, nitrogen inert gas. Regulating substances, hormones and enzymes. Body functions: blood cells are formed elements. There are three types of blood cells or corpuscles. They are red blood corpuscles, RBCs, erythrocytes. These are circular, biconcave, and non-nucleated cells. Males have about 5.2 million erythrocytes per cubic millimeter of blood, range 4.2 to 5.8 million. Females have about 4.5 million mm, the range 3.6 5.2 million. Each disc-shaped RBC is about 7.5 micrometer in diameter. Their main component as a pigment protein hemoglobin. It gives red color to the blood. The hemoglobin transport oxygen. The oxygenated form of hemoglobin is called oxyhemoglobin. Erythrocytes stay in circulation for about 120 days in males and 110 days in females. They are manufactured in the narrow and in the marrow of bones, such as ribs and vertebrae. They disintegrate in the spleen and liver. White blood corpuscles (WBC) are leukocytes. These are clear cells lacking hemoglobin. They are nucleated cells exhibiting amoeboid movement. They protect the body against invading microorganisms and remove dead cells from the body. There are five types of leukocytes: lymphocytes, monocytes, basophils, neutrophils, eosinophils. Neutrophils. These are the most common type of leukocytes, 6 to 70% in blood. Their nuclei can occur in more than one form, hence they are called nuclear neutrophils. Eosinophils 0.5 to 3.0%. They are motile cells that leave the circulation to center the tissue during an inflammatory reaction. During allergy reaction, their number increases. Basophils 0.1%. They play a role in allergic and inflammatory reaction. They contain heparin which inhibit blood clotting. Lymphocytes 20 to 30%. These are smallest leukocytes. They are more common in lymphatic tissues, namely the lymph nodes, spleen, tonsils, and thymus. Lymphocytes called beta cells. B cells can produce proteins called antibodies that can get attached to the bacteria and destroy them. T cells. T cells protect us against viruses by attacking and destroying cells in which viruses are reproducing. Monocytes 1 to 4%. These are largest leukocytes that destroy bacteria, dead cells, and cell fragments. During chronic infection, their number increases. Blood platelets are thrombocytes. These are minute fragments of cells that play a very important role in coagulation of blood. Their life expectancy as 5 to 9 days. Clotting of blood or hemostasis. When a blood vessel is damaged, it results in coagulation or clotting of blood. A blood clot is a network of thread-like protein fibers called fibrin that traps blood cells, platelets, and fluids on several proteins in the plasma. They are called coagulation factors. Normally, these factors are in an active state after injury. They are activated to produce a clot. The activation can happen in three stages. Stage 1, formation of thrombokinase. Damaged tissue release a mixture of lipoproteins and phospholipids called tissue factor. R. Thromboplastin. The factor in the presence of certain factors in blood form a complex called prothrombinase or thrombokinase. Stage 2, formation of thrombin. During this stage, soluble plasma protein prothrombin is converted into the enzyme thrombin by prothrombinase. Prothrombin synthesis in liver requires vitamin K. Prothrombinase thrombin. Stage 3. The soluble plasma protein fibrinogen is converted to insoluble protein fibrin by thrombin. Fibrinogen, thrombin, fibrin. The fibrin forms the fibrous network of the clot. Thrombosis. The formation of a thrombus or blood clot within an intact blood vessel is called thrombosis. Clotting is a normal response that prevents bleeding when a blood vessel wall is injured. However, thrombus formation is abnormal. If it occurs in an intact vessel, a thrombus within an artery may block the artery, preventing blood and oxygen from reaching the organ or tissue supplied by an artery. A thrombus that forms within one of the coronary arteries supplying heart muscle is known as coronary thrombosis. A thrombus in an artery supplying the brain is known as cerebral thrombosis. It causes stroke. When a portion of thrombus clot becomes fragmented and enters the circulating blood, it is called embolus. Embolus may block circulation to vital part, resulting in serious consequences such as stroke. Coordination system.